welcome back to another Models by Me video. This time we'll be unboxing Airfix's 1/72 scale Hs123 A1, part of their vintage classic range. So we'll have a look, we'll do this in the usual manner. We'll start with the outside of the box, then the contents, then the instructions, and then the sprues. So this kit, I'll do a little bit of history. So this kit was re-released in 2019, but was first released all the way back in 1970. So, yep, this is a proper golden oldie kit. So, I would bet, is the detail going to be really nice interior or really nice detail? Or is it going to be horrible detail? There's a good chance there might be a jelly baby in this as well. So we'll have to see how bad the jelly baby is. So the actual plane itself first flew in 1935, introduced into the Luftwaffe in 1936, and was retired by the Spanish Air Force. Again, they decided to keep this after the Civil War. They retired the plane in 1953. The Luftwaffe used this all the way up until 1944 in active service. It was only actually retired in 44 because they quite simply ran out of parts. It proved to be extremely useful. And again, thanks the von Richthofen brother, Wolfram, again used this with great effect within the dive bombing role, similar to the He-51 we just reviewed. Look at the size of the boxes comparison. So yeah, let's get on with the rest of this unboxing video. Starting with the outside. So we've got the classic artwork of the 123 in its ground attack role, both dropping its bombs and firing the machine guns at the same time. Do like these old Airfix boxes, full of action, really gets your imagination going. As well as you actually get to see what the plane is. Right, down the side here, so we have warning. Not for children under 3 months old, 3 years old. Hornby hobbies, people recommended for those 8+. Cartograph barcode in case you want to scan it. So the side of the box, we've got the front box art again, Airfix Vintage Classic. Tells you what it is. This side is all upside down. And that's quite literally the same. So there we go, a bit about the 123. And this comes with 2 artworks. So we got the Condor Legion again, or we got the one from which the Luftwaffe used in 1941. All the paints that you need, or some of them at least you'll need. 1 flying hour in case you collect these, and Airfix skill level 2, which for me that would stick it right onto the 3 because I would have the beginner right here. So we'll see if I agree with Airfix skill level. And nothing on the back. Okie dokie. Let's open them up, see what we get. If it's anything but a model kit, I'll be quite annoyed. There we go. Right, so we have a bag full of sprues. Quite a few sprues in there. We have the instructions in their typical folded up fashion. And we have the decals. So let's have a look at the decals. So we've got a couple of common ones that you got to use if you're doing either the Condor or the Luftwaffe version. Got the quite nice again. The lines look quite fine. The gaps in between the letters or the numbers. Oh, yeah, it's quite a bit of film between the numbers. So yeah, just be careful if you're doing this one, because there might be a chance of silvering between them. The tail cross is literally just the X, so no chance of silvering there. The F is literally just the F, so chance of silvering on most of the slot quite low. But yeah, decals are very, very nice there. So okie dokie, and let me pack these away so I can get the instructions out. Right, so the instructions. Again, a little bit of history from about the plane itself and all the different languages, so pause if you want to read that. One will be at the bottom. Assembly instructions and how to assemble the instructions. Just a little guide there. All the icons you're probably not going to need. Some of them will be sort of yes. Do not cement if you are having spinny propeller. Don't think that one's used. That's not used. ×2, probably on the bombs. Decals, clear plastic. Definitely don't need weight. Doubt if you're going to need to remove anything, drill anything, or cut anything. And if you see just a couple of numbers like this, it's the paint number. Yes, there's the paint guide already. Because out folds the instructions. So yes, this comes with a jelly baby. Technically he's called a pilot, but we'll see how well detailed he is. See if he's a jelly baby or not. So you literally put the pilot onto the seat and onto the backrest. And you put all that straight into the fuselage. Interior detail, I think this has none. Then you put the top cowling on, and top fuselage pretty much. And then you put the clear plastic on as well. Next, few stages all at once, so you put the lower wings on, the struts and the upper wing. Yeah, because these struts are connected to the fuselage. So that's not too bad. And then you put the horizontal stabilizer on with support arms and the aerial on top. I will leave the aerial until last, to be perfectly honest, because there's a good chance you'll knock it off while painting and decaling. The engine. So, if you want spinny propeller, glue engine into cowling, put the propeller through cowling and engine, which is now one piece, and glue that little nub onto the end of the rod here. And then glue the exhaust on after that. Say it with me, especially if you've been here for a while. If you, like me, do not care about spinny propeller, glue engine into cowling, and then propeller into engine. And glue the exhaust onto the end. Once you've done all that, glue it onto the front of the fuselage. Wheels. Glue the wheels into struts. I can't remember what these are physically called. I think I've got an inkling, but I'm also guarantee I'm probably wrong on that. And then the fuel tank underneath, glue that on. Well, glue the arms onto the fuselage first, then glue the fuel tank onto there. Glue the bombs straight onto the wings, as well as the footrest, so you can actually get into the plane. And I believe that would be an air intake of some kind there, which you glue on the underside there. And that's it, one completed plane. Nice and simple, these oldies. Right, paint options. So, Condor Legions 1. So you've got lovely, so you've got double-sided, so you can see this side and this side. You've got the top, the lower wing. Very nicely done. I do like how Airfix has done this. And as approximate as they can to the actual colours. You can see there's a lot here, such as chocolate, which is supposed to be RLM91 or 61. Matte US light green, which is supposed to be RLM62, 02, and 70. I think these two are more accurate than those, but. And then you got, whoops, instructions won't stay open. You've got this one, which is supposed to be 63, but it's actually matte camouflage grey. So yeah, as approximate as they can get to the actual colours, which are quite nice. One problem is some of these colours, the chocolate and the dark green, are kind of blending into one. So you can just about make out there where the edge of... So you've got a bit coming down there and a bit going across there for the upper wing, where this bit's chocolate and this bit's dark green. Unfortunately, it's quite easy to get the colours mixed up. You are going to have to, almost with a pen, a black pen, just go over the edges, just going, this is what should be green and this is what should be chocolate. So yeah, that kind of needs some work, Airfix. Also, let's hope Airfix have got this right, so they tend to have it. This, mostly with the Spitfire and Hurricane, where it's say this bit will show as green, this bit will show as brown, and the top view will have something that doesn't relate to either side. Let's hope this is actually sorted so it does show green in the right spots and chocolate in the right spots. Small jump cut because I didn't realise it had stopped recording. So we've got the Luftwaffe scheme here, which doesn't look too bad. Same problem as the other side. We've got 241, 242. These two colours are so close to each other on here that it's quite hard to actually pick them out. 242 there, 241. Oh, 240 is in the interior. 240 is in the interior? Okay, that's probably why 241, 242 are hard to tell apart. Well, 242 is pale. 241 is dark green. Hold on, let's have a look at the Condor Legion one again. 240 is the interior. 28, 98, 117. Yeah, okay, so yeah. Whoops. So yeah, we got 117 here, which I didn't spot initially, and 98 here. Yeah, okay, that's asking for trouble. Okay, so the Luftwaffe one is only twin colour scheme, so that is actually very standard for Luftwaffe. So yeah, quite simple, quite nice colour scheme there. Right, let's have a look at the sprues. Right, let's have a look at the sprues. So let's start with the lower wing. Once it decides to focus. Focus. There we go. So, considering the age of this kit, not too bad. You got an injection pin mark right there on the underside, and there. But overall, not too bad. I think it's supposed to be fabric covered wings, but at least the ribs stand. They almost stand up too much. I know it's a bit of an oddity, me saying from the Henshaw 51, where not Henshaw, Heinkel 51, where they barely stood out, and now I'm saying they stand out too much. But yeah, they're not too bad, but they do just seem like solid lines on this one. Okay, dokie. It's nice the bomb racks come attached. And of course you want the version in which case where they don't have bombs, in which case you're in trouble. Upper wing. Okay, the upper wing doesn't seem too bad. They do seem to like raise up a bit and then go down like so. The lower wing just seems like almost like panel lines almost. But other than that, not too bad. You've got nice group, nice gaps for the support struts to go into. Little hole for the aerial to go into there. So, okay, so that's the wings done. Let's have a look on the interior detail of the fuselage. Now that we've done that, exterior detail. So we've got some quite nice fine rivet lines, not panels, rivets. So yeah, they're not too bad. But we do also have some quite thin raised panel lines as well at the front here. And a little bit of flashing. Despite the age of the kit, the flash isn't too bad on this. So yeah, quite nice there. The rudder, this is supposed to be fabric covered again. You can just about tell that because you can see that they put try to put a bit of texture here. But that is literally like raised panel lines, which should be like smoothed over ribs. Yikes. Okie dokie. Yeah, at least we got a headrest. The pilot has a headrest. There we go. Landing gear bits again. The bombs are one piece. Fuel tank 2 pieces. So that's not too bad. Yeah, not too bad overall. Okay, let's have a look at this one. So, vertical stabilizers are same again. So we've got some nice raised rivet lines, but the control surfaces, those are again canvas with raised, basically it's the equivalent of raised panel lines. More so on this. Yeah, okay. It is a 70s kit after all. The ring struts, not too badly moulded there. We'll come back to you in a minute. The wheels are plain old solid wheels. There's no detail on those whatsoever. The propeller is very basic. Top cowling piece. We have holes for the machine guns. Yeah, okay. Cowling. Got the holes for the machine guns. Engine. too bad. Some of the cooling fins on the cylinders aren't that just noticeable. Probably need some dry brushing and washes to bring that out there. And the exhaust, not too bad. So the exhaust literally just glue into the back of here. Was that some more flash? There's more flash there. Okay. Seat with an injection pin mark right there. So if you don't plan on putting the pilot in, just file that away. There's the interior bit that you put the seat onto. Yes, he's got an injection pin right there again, so somebody's booting him out up the arse. But the pilot is not a jelly baby. He is very nicely detailed. That is quite nicely detailed. Jelly baby, he is not. Okay, I'm going to leave the clear plastic, which is the only thing left, in the bag here, because there's a good chance this will go missing. As soon as I take him out and the bag is open, it's going to go missing. A bit odd. I don't even quite make that out there, but there is definitely 2 windshields there. I am guessing, purely guessing, that is either for 2 different variants of the 123. I am more inclined to think that it's probably a spare one in case you lose the first one. So, okie dokie. Naturally, I'm leaving it in the bag, so I can't see how clear it is. They don't look too bad, but it's only a windshield, not a canopy at the end of the day, so not too overly fussed with the clearness of it. Right, let me bag this lot away. Final thoughts and scores. Scores are going to be interesting for this one. Right, final thoughts. Not a bad kit. Especially for the 70s era kit, this is actually quite a nice one. It's going to be quite a simple thing to put together. It's going to be put on the shelving again. It's going to stand out quite nicely, especially if you put it in the Condor Legion colours. Even in the Luftwaffe colours, it's Line 41 Luftwaffe plane, and it's a biplane as well. A period of war where pretty much everybody started using monoplanes. So, yeah, quite an interesting one. And evidently going to be very quick, very easy to build, and not necessarily pain, depending on the camouflage you go for, but definitely very quick and easy to build. So, skill level, it's still not a 1. It's definitely not beginner friendly. But my personal opinion is possibly Airfix a skill level 2, which in my scale would put it as a 3, as like an intermediate. I don't think this is an intermediate. The one problem I would say, which would definitely put it as a 3, would be, because it's a biplane, you've got an additional problem. It's trying to line up all the struts and everything. But that's the thing. These are centre struts already connected to the fuselage, which leaves the outer struts. But the outer struts is literally just one piece, and they have nice clear holes to go into. So I would technically say this is a very easy kit to put together, and I would say this is skill level 2 for me, which is an Airfix 1. So, yeah, I would go with skill level 2 for this. Detail-wise, interior detail. The pilot's nice, and there's a seat. So it's definitely not a 0. I don't think I can give it much higher, though, than a 1. Because Okay, but a little unfairly because it is an old 70s kit, but, especially when we look at the next one, there is just no interior for this thing, beyond a seat and a pilot. And that's the only saving grace, otherwise I would give it potentially a 0. There's a pilot, there's a seat. It's a nice pilot as well while we're at it. I'm going to have to give this 1 on the interior detail, because it just ain't there. Exterior detail. Again, if this is definitely fabric covered surfaces, which is what they try to make it look like on the sprues, especially for the control surfaces, the plane is metal. Control surfaces, I would say you could definitely do better on them. I would say this is a not skill level, exterior detail level. Again, it's a 70s kit, so it is an oldie. I'm probably going to say 3. Okay, you got the raised panel lines and raised rivets, but the rivets are quite nice, and the rest of the plane is quite nice. The engine is okay. Wheels are nothing to shout home about. I don't think I can give it higher than a 3, and there's nothing to make it lower than a 3. So I'm going to stick with that. Exterior a 3, interior at a 1. And I'll say this is an easy kit to build, not beginner level, like really beginner level. That's the classic Spitfire level almost. But definitely skill level 2. It's an easy kit to build. So, that's it for the unboxing and brief review on the end. If you like the video, hit that like button. Comment below, have you made this before? Is it as easy as it seems? Is there any traps to look out for? This is the upper wing, absolute nightmare to put on. And subscribe for more videos. Thanks, bye.